I'm off work. It sounds so weird to say that, but yeah, off work. And I have officially completed my first full week on the job. I submitted notes. I did my first group today, which is so weird to say that because like I've been doing this for 10 years. But my first group for all women who are pregnant or they have like small children and they're in recovery or treating them for substance addiction. So I'm excited and I feel good about my work this week. I also was able to run some substance abuse groups on Wednesday, and I have 5 sessions tomorrow, which is Saturday, through the private practice, group practice stuff. So grind, and I'm about to get home, and I will finish up when I get back to. Hey guys, welcome back. So I decided to do a combo vlog this week. So working with them. Hold on, sorry, I didn't do one for Wednesday. Friday, Freedom Friday, and I am back for Smart Money Saturday. So here we are. Y'all, life. That's all I'm gonna say. Life. Like I look back to where I was when I was in Atlanta, and I was so motivated to pay off my student loans. I was so motivated to be, to save all this money in my savings fund, emergency fund, all that kind of stuff. Just super motivated, and somehow, I literally got off track. Like, the last thing I do remember was, trying to decide between, getting my house or getting my car and all that kind of stuff. And I ended up getting my car because getting a house was, 100% more difficult because I had become self-employed. So I quit my job or resigned from my job, my full-time job, and I wanted to go 100% self-employed. So fast forward almost 8 months later, I did the self-employment thing, and I, left one of the contracts, and I just did one full-time, which made me a lot of money. Even got to the point where I made 10 grand in 1 month before I ended up leaving Atlanta, and now I'm back here in North Carolina. Yeah. But I did secure a job, as you just saw in the clip before. I am working again full-time, a regular job, but I actually secured a contract here for group practice. So I actually just finished up. I saw about 3 people today, and I did a group on Wednesday. So basically working part-time private practice and working a full-time job, 40 hours a week. And so now I was able to start the mortgage process again here in North Carolina, but with a full-time job attached. So it should be a lot easier. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, and I should be hearing back very soon with a pre-approval, God willing. So now it puts me back on track of I already got my car. Now I can finally fulfill my goal of buying a home and being a homeowner. And I know Dave Ramsey says to save, you should have that emergency fund already in place 36 months before you purchase a home. That will not be the case for me. So once I secure a home or the purchase, then I will go into paying, start the 36 month savings, which technically I'm on right now. I'm working on it now. But now once I get the pre-approval and everything, I'll kind of have to see what my down payment and all that will be. So it might be paused. But right now, everything that savings from my job will go toward my emergency fund. Now, savings from the contract, which 100% of that, or book sales, or whatever, all that business income will go toward a business that I am going to start up, which will earn me all that money back and more. So I'm not really worried about that. But after that, I guess I'll pay myself half of that, and then that'll go toward emergency fund as well once I get that saved up. So I'm working out the kinks. It's kind of hard getting back on track, but literally August 2017 is when I started my debt-free journey, and in 8 months I was able to pay off almost $20,000. I know it was at least $16,000 of debt. So I know that I can do this, and after going through what I just went through, this whole transition back to North Carolina was so tough, y'all. Like, literally, I'm like, because I spent so much money on everything in regards to releasing my book and like moving, like it was just so much, and it's like starting back all over again. But I'm so grateful that I do have education, credentials, and things that allow me to make moves and not feel stuck or not be afraid. Like, oh my God, like, everything's horrible. Like, I can always rebuild and start over, and that's what I'm doing now. Do I see myself back in Atlanta? Absolutely. Just being honest. Like, I love Atlanta. There was nothing wrong with it, honestly. But I do see that being here in Charlotte will allow me to purchase that home. And whenever I do decide to go back to Atlanta, I can rent that home out. It'll be an investment property, basically. Whether that's the Airbnb or rent, normal rental, or depending on the value of the home, completely selling it and investing that money or whatever I choose to do. I just know that starting here is the best step for me, and it was worth the sacrifice of going back and working a full-time job. I actually like the job. It's very easy, and it's fulfilling because I get to work with women who are pregnant or have small children that are, and they're struggling with addiction, so helping them get reestablished. And I think, if you read my book, you understand, like, that's all I'm about. It's like really empowering women, and men too, of course, but like women, helping them, because I needed that at one point, not from the addiction standpoint, but just from like having a mentor, having somebody that could hold my hand and say, hey, like, do this, or you don't want to do that, that's gonna mess up your life, like, do this, let's do, I can speak and teach and counsel from a place of empowerment and positivity, and I'm looking forward to that with them. So I just wrapped up my first week. Yesterday was my first full week with them. And then this is my first, not full week, but first week doing Wednesdays and Saturdays in my group practice. So I'm not going to lie and say I'm not tired because I am sleepy. Like, I'm exhausted right now, and I still have clinical notes to type up from today so I can get paid and bill the insurance companies. But I'm just grateful that everything is working out. Like, I literally, a couple months ago, I was like interviewing, like, over the past almost 2 months, like literally interviewing for jobs and trying to get reestablished back here in North Carolina. And it was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd get here, and because I was fully licensed and all that, and I have all this experience, then it would just be so easy. And I got a lot of interviews. I got a lot of interviews from Atlanta because initially I didn't know where exactly I wanted to be, if I was going to stay here, if I was going to go back there. Like, I came here literally just, to do media and stuff for my book release, and I didn't realize that. I kind of had it in mind, it was an option, put it that way. But I didn't really know that I was going to stay here until I got here, and I was like, yeah, I need to be here now. My grandparents' house is actually in foreclosure right now, and that was one reason too, because it's like I need to try to figure this out and help me figure out how to handle this. But I mean, it's out of my control because I'm not a power of attorney or anything like that, and I don't have any legal rights to make any decisions for their own. It's like their adult children have to do that. So that's difficult watching that, and for me, it motivates me though to make sure that I'm not, and my children aren't in a situation like that when I'm older, and everything I worked for, all my assets, everything I've earned, I don't want that to go down the drain, when I get older. So I try to teach my children about money and finances and debt, and, I just would want them to take care of my stuff that I leave for them. Like, be a good stewardess of everything I've worked hard for. So it's kind of hard. I would say it's definitely sad watching this whole process. And this is a home that I basically grew up in, and God knows what's going to happen to me by the end of this month, or definitely by the end of next month. So, I don't know. Like I said, being here is very interesting, and I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. I'm working on this amazing business, and I'm excited about what's going to happen. And at 4 o'clock today, I have a meeting with an executive producer to discuss about my script writing and, turning my book into a movie. So I have so many things I'm working on, and that will be obviously additional streams of income. But right now I'm just focused on this, the clinical stuff. And the most amazing thing is that the job that I'm working now, there's a clinical supervisor, actually a CCS, which is certified clinical supervisor, that's actually going to train me or training me to be a supervisor. Meaning, everything that I said I wanted to do, I said that once I basically retire from counseling, I want to teach and train other counselors that are coming into the field. Well, I didn't realize that that opportunity was going to present itself to me because a CCS, that's what they do. They're credentialed to supervise and train other counselors. So it's literally a matter of me submitting my application, which is like $25, and doing these like 15 hours of training. It's 30 total, but you do the 15 hours first, and then submitting a contract saying that this person will, a CCS has to supervise you. They will supervise me for 4,000 hours, basically 2 years. Literally submitting that, which I can have all that done probably by the end of next month. And I will be a CSI. So I'm a licensed clinical addiction specialist and national certified counselor, and my LPC stuff is back at the board for review, which I should have finished that before I came back to North Carolina, or left North Carolina actually, and then I'll be a CSI, which is a certified supervisor, or it might be clinical supervisor intern. So you're the intern, meaning you're in training to be that clinical supervisor. So basically what that looks like for me is once I fully step away from the direct care, like actually providing counseling, I can step into the role of being a clinical supervisor, meaning I won't be working with the clients, but I'll be working with the counselors. I'll be training the counselors on how to counsel, you know. And so that in itself becomes like a practice, like in itself just supervision type practice, and I make it just as much, but with less hours. So literally probably like anywhere from $50 to $100 an hour, or sometimes up to $150 if they need supervision in 2 different licenses or whatever, right? Then I can do that. Let's say I have like 12 counselors that I'm supervising, whatever. You do the math on that. Like once a week we meet for, and it's a group, not even just one-on-one, but like a group. At one time, that's what, $1,200, right? If it's at $100 and 12 people, $1,200 for 1 hour or hour and a half, 2 hours max, right, in a week. You do the math on that. So it's like that actually would basically I could replace the direct care counseling with the supervision, which is the absolute goal anyway, as far as like what I want to do once I'm completely done with counseling. So I didn't even realize that was going to be an option or opportunity that was right there, but that, like literally my first day, they told me this, and I was like, oh my God. So now it makes sense why. It's like God really brought me back here. He's like, I need you to close the door and like literally finish this up before you go off to do all this other stuff. Like you need to wrap this up and the clinical supervision doesn't even have to be in a, like I could literally probably do Skype or whatever, but if it's just a way I can make it work, and I'm just so excited about that because for me it's all about time freedom. I'm never gonna not want my time, but I realized like over those 2 months of like trying to figure out what I want to do and where I wanted to work, I'm like having too much time on your hands is not good either. Like I still need to be doing something productive, but making money and doing something that I like to do, that I'm passionate about. So I'm excited about what God is about to do. You know, I'm 30. I'll be 31 in November, but I'm still young, and the business that I'm building is so connected to what I'm doing, but it's such a different arena and industry, which is, oh my gosh. So like I said, as far as Monday, Saturday, I'm just getting back on track, and that's gonna be the title of this vlog. Getting back on track, back to working full time, private practice, part time, working on my script for my movie production, and that's it. Building my pharmaceutical healthcare type business, which you'll find out very soon, and training to become a clinical supervisor so that I can start a practice or like maybe basically like a consulting type practice, which focuses on training new counselors, and it doesn't require me to go back and get a PhD or anything like that. If I want to do some teaching, I can do that, like adjunct, but I can do that now with my master's, which is a master's in mental health counseling / education specialist. Like they trained us to teach. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, and I feel like that's what I need to be doing. So I'm just excited, like having my home, God willing, within the next 60 days, and I already have my car that I love, and I have beautiful children, and closer now, I can meet with my brothers and see them now, and spend time with them, and do business with them. Like I'm just grateful. Like it was these past couple months have been rough because obviously I released my book, and that was I didn't realize the emotional piece that was gonna come. I thought about it, but I didn't realize how tough it was gonna be. Um, because it's like God literally brought, as soon as I released it, He brought me right back to the people that the book is about. So imagine that. Like, it was not easy, y'all. Oh my God. And then just like the money situation of like when you go from making 10 grand a month to now you're not making money because you're self-employed, or the money that you're earning you don't have access to. So like my book sales and stuff, I wasn't getting that money. Like it goes to my um my publishing company, they have that, and then they send it out like as a royalty check type thing, and I don't get that until October. So it's like you have money, but you don't, and so it was just tough. And when you're like the breadwinner and you're the one who makes all the money, people come to you. So imagine when you're not making the money anymore, like it's not coming in, but people are still asking you for it, and you're still trying to do the best you can do. So it's just been tough. But look how God worked. Like He didn't give me just a job. He gave me a job, and I got a contract. And if at any point I don't want to work my job, whatever, I can always do this full time and go back to making 10 grand a month if I want to. It's technically between the two, I'm good. Trust me. Yeah. So I'm excited, y'all. I can't wait for us to start back paying this debt. My student loans kick back in November. So I'm just ready to see this number come down and see my asset column go up, and we just don't know what God's gonna do. Like I'm ready for this Netflix deal or wherever this movie's gonna go. But like I'm just so in awe of God. I know that. I just know I've seen Him do and work wonders. So I'm not afraid. I was so nervous and anxious for a while, but like it's like when you've seen what God can do, how dare you? Like just trust God. Just keep pushing, keep trusting God. Period. Like period. I had to, y'all. I'm back in North Carolina. Okay. Anyway, I got a conference call at 4, and I gotta make sure my phone is charged, and I got clinical notes to submit so I can get paid, all that. So I'm about to get out of this office and head back and eat and get some rest or whatever and get ready for this conference call. But thank you for tuning in. Y'all keep helping me by watching these vlogs because I forgot about the YouTube. I really want to monetize this channel so I'm back in Charlotte with my whole camera crew. My whole team is in Charlotte, so it will be nothing to pick up and start filming again. But I want this channel to be monetized first before I do that, so we can keep it moving and don't take anything away from that. So help me out. Just watch these vlogs. This is gonna be about 20 minutes. Watch it the whole time. If you can watch it the second and third time, that'd be great. I hate the way YouTube is set up now, where it's that running total. So it literally deletes all the time from the day before, and it starts over at 12 o'clock. Like, I don't know, but the only way to keep up with this time and keep it moving up is to get more and more views. So keep watching, guys. Anything you want me to talk about, any specific things, let me know. Just leave me a comment below, and I'll answer those for you. Alright, I'll see you next time. I'm trying to get my thumbnail. I'm back. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Bye.